How's it going, everybody? My name's Absalom, and welcome back. This is Chapter 6 of my full platinum walkthrough for Crimson Desert. Today, we're heading to a mental asylum, probably because somebody's seeing us read notes from birds, but we'll find out when we get there. Afterwards, we're going to unite the troops, get our second trophy of our platinum run, and then we're also going to head to a haunted mansion, but not before we find a secret from a dragon, and then we'll end the chapter by possibly meeting the devil. So, since we have to meet the devil potentially, we need to get God on our side, so our foreshadowing quote is coming straight from the Bible, James 4:7, submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. So now that we're all protected, we can begin our chapter, and let's set out into our great world. But as you've noticed, we have our friend Mr. or Mrs. White Crow with letter number 2. You might have already picked this up at the end of the last chapter, but just in case, make sure you grab the letter there, and we are ready to begin. All right, so I'm starting off in town. We're going to do a couple things before proceeding on with the main quest, but also I want to make sure on the skill tree, I don't think I've mentioned this, but you do get XP per kill, so you might be a little bit more than me or less than me in terms of the skill points. I have 2 at the moment, but you definitely get the guaranteed ones, which is why I kind of wait to upgrade until I know for sure you have that amount of skill points. But essentially, I'm going to show you a couple farming spots today as well if you want to get way ahead on skill points. So I'll give you an option there as well. But anyways, we are in the town, and our mission is to meet Marius. But first, we're going to go over to the church and buy a key so that it's easier for us later on in the chapter.
It is most worrying. I know.
Today is a fun chapter. I think this is my favorite early game chapter, chapter 3. This chapter really, I would say it kind of wraps up the prologue per se, and it sets up the framework for the main story. So far in the story, we've been separated from our troop, and essentially we've just been doing side missions and earning the trust of the town. But after today, you're going to start to see the framework for the main story, I would say. So this is a fun chapter, in my opinion. I think it has a lot of cool moments, and after this is when the main story gets a lot grander, I would say. All right, come over here, talk to this guy if you haven't already.
May your day be blessed.
And we're gonna buy the church pass. So in the store, the St. Halsius visitor pass for $10. Crazy. There's a couple ways to get into the St. Halsius. There's a way you can sneak in, you can buy an armor set off of a guard, or you could buy this pass. But the problem with sneaking in is if you get spotted at all, it's oh, you're kicked out, and that's that. So it's easier just to buy the pass, in my opinion. And you should have plenty of money at this point if you've been following along to buy that. But if not, feel free to sell some items and get up to that $10 mark. But with that pass, we can move onward. To Marius over here.
Ow! Do we know each other?
And we're going to ignore all the side quests in this area. I'm mainly just going to do the main story as well as a few other items around the world today. But when we come back to the town, our outlook for the chapters. So today we're doing the main story, and we're going to get a lot of stuff done today. And then in the next chapters, we're going to finish up. In chapter 7, I'm going to become a villain. We're going to steal a lot of stuff, solve some puzzles, do a lot of stuff around town, work on some more armor and stuff like that. Just a lot of various activities that you guys will definitely want those items. And then in chapter 8, like I said, we're going to open up the world. And then afterwards, we're going to do some cleanup work with side missions and other various tasks around the world. And then we'll go back to the main story in the next chapter. So it's kind of an outlook. I'll get you guys a decent amount of money here in chapter 7 as well. Once we become a villain, we'll be very rich. So yeah, this is Marius. You remember talking to him, and he was like the 3rd person I talked to, I think. No, he was 5. Sorry, he's not that special. Yeah, he was in our camp before we got killed by the bear guy. And got kicked into the river.
To gather some useful information as well. And you'd be surprised the gossip that finds its way back.
He's pretty sensitive about his legs, so definitely don't bring it up.
Anything on the Marquis?
You mean Marquis Serkis? He's a generous man.
Can we walk a little faster, buddy? I know you're broken, but
I'm on my way to see him.
I am in a hurry today. We have to make an hour
a fresh start.
We have a lot to do, so...
Aye. We'll all be together again.
Well, I'll go and tell Andrew and Nairi you're back.
Yeah. Yeah, you go do that. Alright, we ditched the broken man over there. And now we can go to speak with the Serkis. The big old rich guy. Oh, we got another thing over here. Forgot. Hold on. I've been seeing comments about the bounties and some of the, like, you know, like updates here. Just so it's clear, when you come through town, it's going to be random for everybody on where bounties are, where, you know, where the side stuff, like the bounties and or the posters on this board. Basically, every time you run through town, if you see a purple icon, try to pick it up. A lot of them are just side missions that you're either going to already have by talking to the people. Like, we're all going to get the same missions. It's just, basically, there's two ways to start side missions. You can either get it from the notice boards, or you can speak to NPCs. So if you follow along and you just don't have something that's like where I like bounties or the posters, if I show the posters, it's like guaranteed pretty much. Otherwise, I'm going to just trust that you follow along, and when we talk to certain NPCs, that mission will activate. Like an example was when we cooked our fish soup for that lady, you can go get the poster or you can just talk to her. So I saw some comments asking about like, why don't I have this poster or whatever? It's just because you either it just didn't spawn for you because you already talked to them, or you did that poster before, something like that. So don't worry too much about if you don't see something. That's totally fine. We're gonna all have the same side missions if you just do what I'm doing.
Follow me.
No rush, take your time. Ah, Greymane.
Marquis Serkis.
Thank you for coming.
Another
I hear you
crippled
handle
man
things
here.
with the gold leaf. Their meddling in the market was a real headache.
Life's tough
But
around
went
these
on.
parts,
Our
it
fair
seems.
city's burdens have been greatly eased.
I was simply acting in the grip.
Your honesty is admirable, but I tell you, I mean it. As a token of my gratitude, I'd like to offer you a place. Any thoughts on a suitable location?
We'll take one.
I thought you might say that. I have already scouted a fitting camp.
Oh, you're gonna pick where I live.
Head to
Okay.
Howling Hill.
Yeah, that's
Marshal Midler should
fine.
have everything.
Why do all of this for?
Oh, there is value. It's a great honor. Until we meet again.
All right, so he just picked where we're gonna live forever. No big deal. I mean, I'm appreciative of all the supplies he's gonna provide, but like, it would have been nice if he's like, "Hey, why don't you pick out a spot to live?" But hey, whatever.
That's really not necessary.
Sir, I've already been there. I have a Nexus portal there, which is kind of annoying that I have to walk with this dude, because we could just zip over there.
Folk came to us, begging for assistance that we couldn't give. We were at our wits' end, so you went and dealt with him. So it's the least I could do. Wish I could do more.
We will get a house
Appreciate the
officially.
gesture.
You can finally dump all your items now, finally. All right, so go ahead and call Hairspia once we get down the hill here to this horse. Hairspia, get over here.
Good.
You're making me look
Right
bad.
there.
All right, sir. After you. The boss of today's video is pretty crazy. It's a fun boss. You might have seen him in the trailer. I don't want to spoil too much, but he was in the official trailer.
How are you finding Hanan?
And I was excited when I first played this guy, because I thought that was such a unique contrast to the game, because it looks like medieval, and then this guy just looks like he's from a different world. And I was really curious in the trailer, like where he fit in. And so when I finally fought him in what we're doing today, it was pretty cool. And I like how the boss goes. It's tougher than it should be, in my opinion, like for an early game boss, but I was surprised that, like, even though it's much harder than you might expect it to be, it's paced really well, and it definitely supplies you with the items if you pay attention to the game. It gives you everything you need before you go do it, but it would punish you if you just rush through the game. And so I like stuff like that when you know, essentially it's like, oh, pay attention. Because some people just want to breeze through the main story. And games like this, you're supposed to do other stuff as well. Similar to like a Souls game or something. Like, yeah, you can just run through, but you'll be way under-leveled by the time you reach certain bosses. So we're just heading to our camp up there.
It seems like the gold leaves have turned a new leaf as well.
Oh, did they now? I mean, after I killed the guy? This man's out here telling me my own lore.
Quite the competent leader. He's working tirelessly to restore the guild's reputation. And it's done wonders for the town's peace as well.
Glad to hear that.
He's a reasonable man. Shouldn't cause the town any more trouble. Everyone in Hernand is grateful for your help. Your name was
Yeah, so we're just straight up a hero now, pretty
direct
much.
recipient of your efforts. He leaves an impression. Word is Shakatu's rewarded you for your efforts as well.
Just a business arrangement.
Business arrangement, eh?
Get out of the way,
Like
kids.
there's a story there.
Oh god, we kicked him over. Oh no.
Shakatu
Oh
was
no.
alive for good men,
Did he drown?
good deals.
No, he got back up. Okay, we're good, we're good.
Lighter on his feet since things settled down.
I can't be drowning a kid only 5 minutes
Marshal's
in.
doing at Howling Hill.
Well, I suppose he's getting things set for your camp. Though he's probably got some workers to handle the heavy lifting. He likely wants to thank you himself for saving Hernand. I'm sure that goes.
Can you
for all
ride
those
faster,
toiling
sir,
to
please?
construct your camp as well.
Once we get rid of him, we don't have to do this kind of stuff anymore. It'll be up to us to move around the world. This guy is slow. His horse is, he hasn't gotten out of town very much. He's still a little bit of a fat horse here. Not like Herspia. Herspia's dumb as rocks, but she's fast.
Well, here we are.
Oh, are we?
Nice, quiet little spot.
Yeah, no, I remember building it, sir. All right, bye. Okay, so this is our official home, and we're gonna do a couple odd tasks to build our house, and then we'll set off into the world.
I can't thank you enough.
No. We're the ones who should be thanking. The Marquis insisted for everything to be provided. No exceptions. Let me introduce Damien. I'm surprised you haven't...
Damiana T?
She is a... So, might I ask that she be allowed to stay here with you?
Oh, I suppose. I suppose the fair maiden can stay with me.
No need. You're our guest.
It's probably not picking up on the recording,
I've
but
other matters to see to,
the
so
detail on her clothes and
take my
hair is like super crazy. Like,
Until next time.
it probably looks a little blurry because I record in 1080 instead of, you know, 4K or higher than 1080. But man, yeah, I hope it looks good on your screen and all, because the velvet and everything, like, it's crazy the detail they have on her. I mean, the game itself looks great. So yeah. Okay, so we have to do a couple things here. So first, let us break some rock. This will take like 2 seconds. Gotta build our home first. So just break these 3 rocks. And there is a like little secret here that you definitely want to do, because it'll set you up for the boss. But I'll tell you about that in a second. First, we gotta do some chores. All right, push that wagon. Then we can come over here. If you don't have a mallet, which I don't think I have one yet, there is one right here. All your tools you need are right here. So you can pick up a shovel and a saw. That way we have even more tools and all of that. So you should have all the like resources of building supplies now. There we go. And then just make sure the thing is blue. And it should be 3 hits on each stake. I also love the idea that Like, we had to build the whole camp pretty much. And then at the end, Cliff's like, thanks for everybody's hard work. And then we have to make them food for all their hard work. And I just want to take note. I don't see a single soul doing anything. Like, Damiana T's standing around. This lady's sweeping the forest. That guy's just lost in thought. This guy's just looking for pebbles. This guy's hammering nothing. And the other guy, I think he's been stuck on that board for like 2 years now. So I just wanted to call out our troops here. You know, they're not the brightest in the, not the brightest, what's the saying? They're not the sharpest tool in the shed. We'll go with that one. A jewel beetle? Okay. Get back on Huando, you know? Alright, we're almost done with this. At least the tasks aren't, like, crazy. The one in Kingdom Come 2, those were some tedious tasks. Like, carrying sacks around the world. Like, you had to go, like, 2 miles away and do, like, 20 bags. That game was great, but also very tedious. I'm not really sure why we had to move the bags right there. They couldn't just get them from right there. What's up, Perspia? You're doing great. All right, now carry our banner over here. There we go. We have a mailbox now. Good job, everybody. And over there, folks, is our home. Okay, so we'll go over there in a second. We have a cooler house than these guys. All right, so here is a little bit of a secret. So pick up the recipe here for clear soup. Now, clear soup heals us like crazy. And so what we're going to do is we have to do it for the quest, but all the supplies are right here. So go ahead and take everything. Okay, and then obviously cook it. We only have to make 2 of them, but, you know, we can try to make as many as possible. So we're looking for just basic clear soup. And we can go ahead and make it. And you just have to make 2. But I would make like... let's do like 4 for now. I want to see what that gets us to. Because you get more than what it makes. I like it. Yeah. We'll see what we have afterwards. Okay, eat up, guys. Yeah, we'll make a good bit.
Thank you all.
I never thought I'd be...
Because this boss hits like a truck.
Tastes great. I can taste all the seed.
But I'll show you a way to easily break his posture bar and all that. Okay, so you see how we just automatically got 14 soups? Like, we had 4, I gave him 2, and now I have 14. Like, that side quest rewards you with it. So now that you guys have the recipe, feel free to make a few more if you want. I would aim for, like, at least 15. Excuse me. So I can make 6 more. I'm just going to make, like... Yeah, I'll just go with 1 more for now. I don't want to waste our meat either. But aim for around 15. At least 10. But you'll get that from just doing the cooking. But the game does set you up if you do what you're supposed to. It kind of prepares you at all times for like whatever challenge is ahead. So you want to make sure you're not using the clear soup right now. Just swap to a different health item or something. I'll just leave it on like a meat. And yeah, that's that. So now Marius is over there, but first we can pop over to our house and dump all of our items. Still killing it, Herspia. Good job. Now, our house will have the ability to continually add stuff to it. So now at this point in the world, anytime you see like items and you want it for your house, you can pick it up and bring it here. So this is our home. You can hit the start button there and it'll give you a thing so we can play Sims. And essentially whenever you go here, you can hit this stuff, pull up any item you want. And then let's say I want to put an item down. I can withdraw it, and then you can move it wherever if you want, and then you just hit place, and then it's there. So I'm going to edit out everything, but I'm just going to dump all my items in this corner for now because I don't have any like tables or anything. So I'm just going to dump a whole pile of all my junk right here, and I'll see you in a second. All right, so as you can see, I have a decent amount of inventory room now after getting rid of all my crap. And yeah, so I just have a big pile of stuff. Some of it, if it doesn't place on the floor, it's because it has to go on a table. So you do have this table, and you'll see I had to put some of the items there. But for the most part, I'm starting to build my item shrine. And yeah, that'll take the longest because you probably have a lot of items at this point. But from now on, it's only going to be like, you know, an item here and there, whatever you feel like collecting. And then you can just come back to home and decorate it. You're also able to move like tables around and stuff. So feel free to go as hard as you want on the decorating, but when you're ready, we can set out. But that is now our official home. So we have flowers in the window and all, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, now we're just gonna teleport to Marius. So head into town. Oh, I was in the middle of running. Hold on. All right, and then we're gonna escort him back to the town. And let's see, after that, we're going to solve a dragon clue. This puzzle it's simple, but it's like a lot of work. But fortunately, you guys have me, and I'm just going to tell you the answer. But if you wanted to solve it legitimately, it spans across like a huge area. You have to go to 3 different spots around the world and get these clues, and then it tells you essentially like what shapes need to be where. It's definitely a big sprawling puzzle for such a simple solution pretty much, but this is like the first dragon shrine type thing. I don't remember what it's exactly called, but it's like a ruins. That's the name of it.
Give me some
Everyone will be back soon. Cliff!
Marius.
But first we're gonna take Marius back. You're gonna need to summon Herspia,
The ancestors!
and he's gonna hop a ride on Herspia with us.
Marquis.
Oh, he's as good a man as they said. Whereabouts is it?
Howling Hill.
A bit far for hobbling. Can we ride there?
Sure.
Of course. So
Herspia,
this
get
is
over
where you've
here.
been staying.
Yep, that's where I wanted you.
It is.
All right, you have to kind of walk near Marius. Oh, he's on his way. Never mind. Get on here, you old fool. I like how we didn't help him on the horse, even though he's crippled.
No better place to gather information than the scrapfold.
We'll just drive over some beggars.
Anything you could imagine.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Gutter scuffles to noble scandals. It all flows through here.
All right, now it's back to camp, and then we're pretty much done with the escort back to camp stuff for a little bit.
Some say you cut him in
But
twain
you need
without
to
even drawing
save your
steel.
friends, apparently,
A
first.
slight exaggeration, I wager. Folk in an hand are starved
Yeah,
for
once
good
this
news
chapter,
these days.
this is like the downtime between chapter 2 and 3 is what we're doing right now. But once the chapter actually starts,
It's been ages
I really
since
enjoy this
tales
chapter.
of
We
stern
go to a
souls
a haunted mansion. We fight the devil. We go to a insane asylum. It's a pretty wild chapter. It's still not like what I would consider their like epic chapters, but I think in terms of like early game, this is a really solid like capstone to the prologue.
And moving wagons at night. Though I haven't figured out what's in them yet.
Just ride right on past those bandits.
Andrew went south to a count's estate. Got a request to protect him from some masked stranger. The count's being dodgy about the details. Seems fishy if you ask me. But they heard the staff are being threatened as well. So they bolted off without another
What a beautiful
word.
tent. It's not as cool as my house though, but you guys are gonna have to make do. I do like that I make all 8 of them sleep in that tent, and then I'm just over here in a mansion next door. But to be fair, I'm the one doing all the work.
Moving a horn in a
Well, now,
Oh, look, Ross.
All right, nobody mentioned his leg.
what happened to his leg?
Oh god.
You're not hurt, are you?
There goes that.
Yeah, don't worry about
As long as we don't mention it again, we'll be okay.
Word is spread everywhere that Cliff.
So it's true, Ross. It's been ages, and you too, Cliff.
Marius.
Don't say it.
What happened to
Oh
your
my
leg?
goodness.
Black bears, wasn't it? Given what's come.
It happens. I'm more than just my bloody leg, you know.
All right.
Well, we're 2 for 2 now on leg
Oh, I think
stories.
You really should.
I told you, I'm fine.
Any word on the others?
Naira and Andrew went to escort, and word is, there's a Greymane locked.
That madhouse. Only lunatic.
I heard he got drunk and beat a priest half to death. I really think one of us should...
Don't you worry about Halcyas.
Okay, so now the game wants us to go to the insane asylum. But first, I'm going to show you on the map where we're heading, because there's the dragon's secret right here on the question mark, and there's also the meadows here. So we'll head to the meadow first and essentially get that, and then we'll continue on with items. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this puzzle, I try to solve everything without looking it up, but this one really stumped me for a second because, like, I understood what had to be done, but I didn't know where to go, per se. Because this one's not meant to be solved right now. But I want to get you a little bit of a head start. So first of all, I wanted to show, if you haven't done this already, just inspect bonfires and grindstones for the knowledge. You might have already done it by accident, but, you know, feel free to look at stuff. And then inside of this chest is some more like food items. The more healing items you can get, the better. And also I wanted to point out there's a lot of salt, water, and cooking oil. If you wanted to at some point pick all these up and bring it to your home over there, that's something you can be doing just idly while you're waiting on a chapter. That way you have some more resources. But yeah, what we need to do is come down here. And be careful, because if you fall down, you're going to have to climb up. But right there in that cave is where we're heading. Right here. And what you'll have to do is hold out your lantern. Okay, wildlife, chill out. There they are. So, another memory here. I love the solution for this door. It's quite literally just push it open. And I love that we have to go into a memory slot for this. But I don't know if you've figured this out, but once you activate it, you don't actually have to equip your helmet every time. You can just hit the start button, and that'll auto do it all. And that would also auto read the memory, which is really nice. So now that we have the Visione unlocked, it's a lot easier to use it now.
What? A weapon? I was told there'd be gold.
A weapon, I swear. I'm certain of it.
Also, your lamp will turn blue, and it'll have like a pulse whenever you're near a ghost memory. So that's another indicator that you're nearby something like that. All right, so now to solve it, now that we know what's in there, you just push it. Nobody tried this yet. This is why we get paid the big bucks. Those other fools out there just looked at the door, but we're going to try pushing it. So just push it all the way. There we go. And now this puzzle, these 3 dials right here, you have to rotate them and face the correct orientation, and it'll open up the dragon door over there. And your one clue is on this map, and if you see there's a red like V right there, and then 2 more up there. So you'd have to find this on your world map and then go to all 3 locations, and there's going to be like murals. And once you find the murals, it would give you, part of that mural will be the symbol that's on those dials. And you have to remember it basically, and then come back here and orientate every dial to the correct position. And so that's how you would solve it. But for me, I'm just going to show you guys exactly what to do. So let's start with this one. I'll try to move Cliff out of the way because you have to kind of wait for it. But what you're doing is, do you see that like J looking thing? It's like a capital J. It's at the top right now. It's orange. So you want to have that J straight up and down like a normal letter. So like right about there. So hopefully you guys can take note of that. And you might have to do some minor adjustments because it does have to be exact. The next easy one right here is the sun one. This one, you just want the sun at like noon, basically. Just straight up and down. Oh, not quite. Oh, it looks like it's like up and down, and then it's not. Yeah, these have to be exact. All right, that looks pretty good. I might have to move it to the left a little bit, but let's start on this one. Now this one, there's like a giant capital C looking thing on the right side right there. That's a good visual. And if you see that thing like right where my hand is, it looks like a peanut or something. That needs to be on the right side. So like right about there. So I'll show you the 3 symbols in the exact spots I've got them, just so you have a visual. So there you go. That has the like backwards C on the left and that peanut in like the opposite side. The sun is at the very top, like straight up and down. And then this one has that capital J looking shape that's orange right there. That's like straight up and down like a normal J. So that's kind of some visuals. But now we can get our item. Okay, Cliff, let's grab the item. There we go. Memories of the Abundance. Dragonstone Chamber Ruins. So there you go. We have a dragon secret. First of many. Those puzzles get harder and harder. A nawab butterfly. Those are only native in the summertime on the southeast region. Holy crap. A grebe. All right, some more wildlife found. So right here we can use our swing, or the catapult one, whatever it's called. I should have enough stamina to just straight up make it. All right, there we go. So now what we're doing is we're heading. Also, as far as skills, I'm at 3 right now. So I'm holding on to our skill points until we level up a little bit later. But now we're going to head over and start picking up items on our way to the main quest. So there's going to be one right here and one like right here roughly. So we're going to go for that one next. So what you can do is just fly off and you'll get pretty close to that. Oh wait, hold up. Oh god, don't kick the goat. Get back here. I want your lore. Get over here. All right. The more of those that you can do on your way is nice. Oh, here it is. I knew it was close. All right, sealed artifact. So I am right here on the map. So after the dragon ruins right here, just head south or east. Yeah, east. And then now we're going to head to the one that's up here. So we'll call Herspia. Can you just already be a dragon? Can you hurry up and do that, Herspia? I want to fly around the world. Cover some more ground. Okay, there's the road. Hold on, let me check my map real quick. I know I'm close to it. Okay, sorry about that. I was right beside it. It just wasn't showing up. But I left off right here, and now it's right here. So pick up the sealed artifact. There we go. And now we can just head onward to the insane asylum. This will actually start the chapter properly, I would say. Now that we've gathered some friends and all that, we can begin our journey into madness. So essentially you have to either choose to sneak in here, buy a guard outfit, or have that pass that we bought at the start of the chapter at the church. So we're going to just walk right in with our pass, but I'll leave it up to you. The guard outfit also costs $10, so those are the same price as the pass. Sneaking in isn't too bad, but you know, you're going to want to come back here, I imagine, and so you might want the pass just so you can always access this area. Not have to worry about getting caught. It is absurd. I will say $10 for a pass is crazy.
Oh, doesn't the Church of Hernan sell entry passes?
They sure do. I already bought one.
Should I go all the way back to Hernan?
Sucks to suck. You should have prepared. Watch my walkthrough. All right, over on the right, that yellow light over there, that's the guard that you can buy the outfit from, but we don't need to do that. We can just walk right on in.
Halt! Haven't seen you before.
I was dispatched just recently.
Shouldn't be a problem. You can go in.
All right. I was planning on it.
Don't be frightened by them.
Cliff's like, who the fuck do you think I am?
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, stare him down, Cliff. Okay. Now be careful. If you go through that door, you'll have to use a key, and you don't want to waste a key on that door. I'm speaking from experience. Now you're going to notice a lot of bounty boards around here. This will be like a hub for a lot of stuff, but just ignore everything for now. What we're going to do is head straight to the objective. So come in here. By the way, there's a lot of items around here, but you'd have to steal them. So it's advised not to do that right this second. But feel free to explore if you want. Just be wary of the locked doors. So come through here into this hallway and you'll witness our buddy fighting a whole bunch of mental patients. Knock it off, you silly gooses.
How can you do this to people? You bust! Help!
I'll take care of it. You get that one.
Strange bastard! Due for cleansing.
We'll get a trophy from escorting him out of here. It'll be our second trophy of the game. First one we popped was for beating chapter 1, and now this will be for basically finishing the like camp quest.
I'll be a corpse if it. Got what's coming to him. Fuckers! Everyone here's lost their damn mind. Come on, I'll show you what those sick cunts are up to.
This guy's got pretty foul mouth on him, so put the kids away. Cover their ears.
They're locking folks up and scrambling their brains like eggs.
Ah, that does suck. That does suck when your brain gets scrambled.
Strange iron helmet on your head to do
So we're going to choose not to tell him that I literally have a Visione and that I've already been to a Sky Palace and met a wizard. We're just going to leave that detail out for now. Because he hates all these people because they've been torturing him with the Visiones and using them as test subjects. So yeah, we're just going to leave that little detail out for now.
Wait here.
I like this cutscene. He straight up goes hardcore on this guy. Beats him with his own helmet. And then on his bloody face, he's like, deal with this shit. And then he scrambles his brain.
Live an honest life, cunt knuckle.
Thank you. I shall live honorably.
Yeah, so he's a scrambled egg now.
Told you I came here for a reason.
All right, let's get out of here.
Safely fuck off now.
Yann, what the hell's going on?
You mean me with these cunt flaps?
Cunt flaps. That's a
you
wild
what,
name.
Up on.
That's a crazy name to call somebody. Oh yeah, I gotta go on the other side. That's how wagons work. Alright, so once we reach our destination, you'll pop your second trophy. This one we'll call Master Camper.
Still got a few ticks left. I just wandered aimlessly after that.
So just enjoy your free wagon ride.
How the hell did you get yourself locked up here?
Well, it started as worthwhile tales often do.
For the sake of time, because we have a lot left of this chapter, I'm just going to edit to the point where we reach our destination, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so I made it to the town here. It's a pretty long wagon ride, so just get through that, and then when you reach, or when he reaches here and this cutscene's over, you'll pop your trophy Master Camper for the trophy, which basically completes gathering your companions to camp and finishing building it and all that. That's what's happening for that trophy.
You go on ahead. I've got some business to take care of.
You're not coming with me?
I've still got a good bit of drinking to catch up on. Think of all them kegs that went undrunk while I was locked up.
Ah, true. Yep, that's important matters. All right, now we can teleport to camp. And head to a haunted mansion. On the way, we're going to pick up another Nexus teleport portal and another sealed Abyss artifact.
Don't worry so much, Marius.
We'll try to move pretty quickly here. I know it's already at 40 minutes. I'm trying to catch up. Last chapter, I wasn't able to wrap up that, like, the town activities. That was my plan, so we could just do the main mission today. So I'm gonna try to play a little catch up here and get us back on track with the chapters per se.
Cliff,
What is it?
I've had no word from Nora or...
I expect that this chapter will be like an hour 15, and then from there we'll be good for hour-long chapters after that.
Skill, but I can't shake.
I'll look into it.
Hearing you just say it almost makes me believe it.
Oh, let's talk this out. Shut up and walks. Whoa! So this is...
So there's another companion. Don't mention his leg. Oh my gosh. Oh, too late.
Seems he was hunting us. I just got... Get these fucking... I'd kill him if he wasn't worth some... Gonna collect his bounty and buy us all a real nice meal.
How did you find us?
By the smell. Come on. We're finally reunited.
So now instead of doing that, we're just gonna go get drunk. Oh, they're gonna go get drunk. Okay. Okay, so yeah, now we are going to teleport, or not teleport, but ride over to a spot on the map, which is going to be, let me see, it's like right over here. Yeah, it's like right there. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna head into this village. Let's ride, Herspia. Yeah, this one's good to have just out of the way already, this teleporter. The more nexuses, the better. That's what I always say. All right, it's just down the hill. Right here. So yeah, once you get in that general area that I marked, the fog cloud will guide you to the exact spot. And now it's onward, and on our way to the main objective, there's another sealed abyss artifact that we need to grab. The more artifacts you grab, the better, because then as you just play the game naturally, then you'll do a lot of the objectives for it just naturally. And as far as our destination, just head towards the main objective. You'll be able to come up to the top of the hill here, and then you can turn and face the actual objective. Damn it, deer, get out of the way. Let me see on my map. Hold on, I need to see it. It's like right behind us.
Go.
My God, game, please. Why are these not activating for me? All right, give me one more second. Hold on. Okay, it's right here on the map. Sorry. I don't know why it's not showing me the light source. It's being a little bit tedious or annoying.
Yeah.
But it's like at the edge of town pretty much. Why am I going that way? Sorry, I'm having like a fog right now. There it is. It's not showing up. I don't know why. Like, see, it's not popping up. Hopefully that didn't happen to you, but either way, I can show you where they're at once I find it, pretty much. But, yeah, I don't know. It's tough when I know where they're at, but not the exact spot when I look at the map. But usually the light is a good guide for the exact spot. But unfortunately, it's not doing it for me. Okay, so here we're going to meet a whole new group of people that are the Reed Devils. So get your sword out. This is a great time to get the 3 kills with the sword without dying or without getting hit. So get your normal sword out.
So many bodies. Like a war. I hope Naira and Andrew kept clear of this.
This is the end! The great bloodline ends
So
today!
just back up once they all spawn in. And just pick a guy. And then hit him until you get like one individual guy. There's one. And I just like to back up until I'm fighting just one guy. Oh, damn it. It's hard when they're like all attacking. Because they teleport. So if I can get in like the open area. If you fail it here, there's going to be more options later on. There we go. And then once we're done with that objective, you can clean them up with our actual sword. There we go. Alright, so head in here. There's a big puzzle in this area. So what you can do is first come in here and find the basement key. Just by pushing the door open. Then you can come upstairs.
Better check upstairs.
And you'll have to open this cabinet or wardrobe. Game. There we go. And then rotate the light until it's facing the crystal in the middle. You can speed it up. You'll see the blue light on the wall once it's close. There it is. There we go, and it's going to reveal this. Take that, and then also take the hilt. And now you can... No, wait, sorry. Other room. Come in here, and there's a key on the table right there. And then first, you want to find the ghosts. There they are. And learn about the secret passage. We kind of low-key already did the puzzle, but you do need to collect this ghost spirit. It's our haunted mansion here. Lots of ghosts, lots of enemies that teleport around. And no secret mansion is incomplete without a hidden passageway or two and a dark cellar. So we're going to go down into the cellar and find our last item. And then we're going to go track down the devil. All right, I'm going to edit past this just so we can save some time. Okay, now that the memory is done, we can talk to this guy.
What happened here?
Try to save time where I can. Get us as close to our timer as possible.
He has returned.
All right.
Luckily, the Count and the Greybeards got away.
Do you know where they went?
Oh, over there, through the window. You have to hurry before it's too late.
Yeah, but we're gonna solve the puzzle first, sir. But thank you for that information. I see the window game. Alright, grab this Palmer pill. Definitely gonna want that for what's coming up. And then now with our 2 sword hilts. Oh, whoops. Nope. What are we doing, Cliff? Plant our 2 swords in here that we picked up from the hallway. There we go, and then we can drop down the cellar. If you fall down, it's fine. You're not going to die. There's a lot of items in here you might want for your home, but you have to steal them. Okay, and then yeah, there's some books and stuff like that. There's also this room right here. You should have at least 1 key. And then that's some alchemy recipe. There we go. We bought our keys from that merchant back in the last chapter. Plus, we've gotten some off the bandits. I imagine you picked up a handful from them as well. Alright, now we can leave here for now. And we're going to track the devil down. This is going to be a decent amount of fighting. And it's also a great way to farm skill points, which I'll go over once we get to that spot. So it's going to be over here at this village. So go ahead and pull out your sword once you get to this point. We can fight his minions. This is a great chance to really get good at your abilities that we have now. And you'll also want to get really good at blocking, just like being in the habit of always, instead of just hitting over and over, like get in the habit of blocking. The more health you can save for this boss, the better. Because we have a lot of his minions to go through until we reach the boss. Okay. So as far as skill points go, you should have at least like 2, I imagine. I have 3. But what you want to start working on is leveling up keen senses, and then we're going to start leveling up forward slash, just for the sake of fighting. But we need these skills to be maxed in order to get other skills that we want. So the faster you can level up keen senses, the better. There we go. Keen senses is maxed. And then, yeah, then we're going to start working on forward slash. So I'll show you guys a good farming spot here in a second. But in order to track them, you just need to hit the L1, the lantern, and then you'll find the trail. Also, you might not have a pumpkin at this point. This is a good chance. Oh, we have to steal it. Never mind. Never mind. There's plenty of other pumpkins. They're all over the world, so. Okay. Come over here. Come over here, Harspia. So you can track while in Harspia. Just make sure your weapon is stowed. But I'm just going to run the path.
Tremaines, 3 swords of legend. Go, kill that must.
Please, calm yourself.
What's got you tangled up with that?
So here's our other companions. If you remember talking to Andrew in the beginning.
I'm ordering you to kill him.
Listen, Count. We've come to... Huh?
It's him. Got it.
Oh no. Andrew, what are you doing getting stabbed in the stomach?
You look as if you've seen a ghost. Or is it perhaps guilt that makes you tremble so?
So that's the Red Devil. You might have seen him in the trailer.
But such sniveling suits you perfectly.
The Reed Devil, excuse me. He's a pretty badass boss.
You begged for death when I all side the demon. Naira! Well, another meddler. One after another. These interruptions. I'll take my leave for now. Naira, what the hell's going on?
Naira, why are you getting killed? What are you doing?
Andrew! He's still breathing.
You stay there. I'll deal with him. You two head to Howling Hill. Marius should be waiting.
All right, so they'll head over to camp and start eating some clear soup or whatever we made for them. And now it's our time to go kill the devil. But first, there are a metric fuck ton of his enemies. And they are infinitely spawning. So you can pretty much stop tracking and just follow the path at this point. There's going to be an abyss artifact about halfway down the path. All right, and before you run down in the hill, it's a good idea to put on a health item that's not the soup. You can, if you're struggling really bad, you can put the soup on since it heals for 180, but try to save those for like the last half of this section. I'll kind of tell you when I swap personally, and also the boss fight, since that's our best healing item. But for now, I'm just going to use the toasted grains, since they heal a decent amount. And there's going to be infinite minions here, and then the Reed boss is going to spawn periodically throughout our path. And so you'll have to do enough damage to him, and then deal with the minions as well. So he's going to have a big flurry of attacks. You'll know he's about to attack when you see a bunch of dust kick up, and then he'll attack. Whenever you see that, just start blocking and try to get the perfect parry on him, but at the very least, just block his attacks. So you don't want to expend your stamina too much, because you need to save it for his flurry. But then usually just try to focus on the minions, get them killed as quickly as possible. It's a great time to use your abilities here to knock everybody back. So right there, I start blocking. Okay. Had a really weird start there. It, like, kept stun locking me. But yeah, you can use your ability and then knock everybody back. So that's a great time to use your healing ability. If you ever get a perfect parry on the boss, definitely punish him with heavy attacks. Okay, so these guys are infinite, and maybe not this one. Hold on, let me fight these guys. Okay. Nothing like picking up a lizard mid-fight. But yeah, so these guys will infinitely spawn, right? And what you can do is you'll see that your bar on the left side, that yellow bar on the side of our compass, it'll fill up, and when that does, you get a skill point. And since these guys are infinite, if you kill the Reed Devil, they despawn forever. But in the meantime, you can feel free to farm these guys as long as you want and get as many skill points as you want. I'm going to choose not to, just so we can stay on the right track. But I'm just letting you know, you can get way far ahead on skill points if you're willing to sit there for like 2 hours and just farm those enemies. That is a possibility. So yeah, there's that. I would choose the section that's coming up to farm if I was going to do it, because there's more of them. So you can come down here, and like anywhere you're in the reeds is where they can spawn. But I'll show you the spot that I would farm if I was you. It's up here in a little bit. And there's going to be some heavier enemies along the way. And you can just run out and kind of bring them back to the main path if you want. Because if you're in that area, they keep spawning. Alright, so there's our heavy enemy. Just watch him, because he will punish you. He slams his hammer over and over. And it's a good idea to use your senses there to basically stun him. Like that. No. And another thing I wanted to show, since he just dropped it, is these enemies will drop the battered grain. Oh no. I knocked the grains away. Damn it. I'm sure you saw it. So try to evasive roll out of the way. And then anytime you're in trouble, just hit your keen senses and knock him back. Like he's about to attack, so you can just send him flying. Oh, whoops. Get over here then. Oh, he despawned. Damn it. But yeah, they'll drop health items, so it's a good idea to be looking for those. But we have our soup that we made earlier on. Now we're back to our next devil spawn. Dude, it just like will not give me a second to just get away.
Do you mean to strike me down? Do you despise me so deeply? Better flee now. You lack the skill.
Alright, so I've officially swapped my soup items. Try to be conservative on those though. Dude, game. It wants you to like move those trees with your ability, but you don't have to.
Do you mean to strike me down? Go on! Scream louder! Reeds may bend, but they do not break. Better flee now! It's your only chance!
Stop hitting me so I can actually get my sword back. So frustrating at times.
Do you wish to see the face behind this mask?
Oh my god. It's the one minion that's really driving me crazy. Because I keep having to lock onto him. Just die, dude. Die, please. Thank you. It was making it really hard to fight that guy. Alright. They drop items. Definitely try to loot whenever you can. And I'm going to save about 5 to 8 soups. But this is a great spot to farm in, by the way. You can go all the way over there and just keep farming enemies if you want. Because up in a second is when they start becoming like archers and stuff, and you probably don't want to have to deal with those guys as well. So I'm going to leave that up to you if you want. You can farm those guys for skill points. But I'm just going to keep heading up the path. I believe we have another troll up here in a second. There we go. Finally got our battered grains. A couple of them, it looks like. So you have to stow them. So I'm going to go ahead and swap back to those. There we go. They heal for 100, so they're very nice. Aggression is the best with these guys. See, I mean, you can just farm these guys infinitely. And then, of course, pick up anything you see that's helpful for health. Are you kidding me? Game. Oh my god. Not the time. Yeah, so it always gives you enough health items if I'm able to. So no matter what health situation you're in, I'm sure you'll be fine. If I don't get to just pick this up, that's insane that it won't let me pick it up. And now it's gone. Great. Okay, so on the map, by the way, there is a sealed artifact up ahead right here in a second. You'll want to be looking out for that. So don't just like run up the hill and just forget it. Okay, so head up here. Goodbye, sir. Just looking for health items and stuff. Alright, so that's a good farming spot as well, by the way. To probably deal with these guys first. Yeah, I've seen videos of people farming this just indefinitely, having like the whole skill tree basically. Holy crap, let me out. Okay. So once you get a chance, just try to run out so that those guys can stop spawning. And our sealed abyss is right up here. Oh my god. I hate that I have to, like, inspect something. You have to be kind of quick on this, because they'll keep spawning, which is the hard part about this sealed abyss. It might have actually given it to me. Can I have like 2 seconds, game? Maybe just 2? Oh no, it's on the ground. Dude, oh my god. Please, game. Thank you. Alright, stow that once you get a chance. I know it's frustrating. But now we can just head up the path. Yeah, here come the archers. That's why those spots beforehand are great. Because you don't have to deal with the trolls or the archers. It's just the basic enemies. There's another key right there. Alright, so I'm going to swap off of... Whoa, dude. Yeah, those archers hit hard. Alright, then when you're ready, head up here. This will despawn the enemies. And you would think that this is the boss fight, which it is, but it's not yet. I like buffed and everything before coming in here the first time. I was like, for sure this is it. But no, we get to just kind of have a nice peaceful stroll through the field. So I'm going to go ahead and get my health to full. We're close to it. And then we have our soup, and I've got like 6 of those. So I would say between like 5 and 10 soups is good for this boss. Plus, you have your other healing items. So we should, after looting that chest at camp and building our, or crafting our soups and all that, you should have plenty of health items. Worst case, in this fight, there's like 3 or 4 phases on this fight. It's a pretty tough challenge, but I'm going to try to show you the best way to go about it in terms of parrying and stuff. Because if you can break his posture, then you can punish him, and that makes this fight a lot easier. There's multiple phases. So you have you have your Palmer pills. Feel free to use those. I wouldn't, if you have like more than 3 Palmer pills, I wouldn't use, like if you have like 5, you could use like 2. Like just don't go below 3 Palmer pills is my advice, just for in general. And then the golden Palmer pill, you have that from when we robbed the and got our sword that we're carrying. You should still have that, I imagine. And if you want to use it, you can, but I wouldn't recommend wasting that. So that's kind of that. And once we pick up this doll, it's going to start the fight. And so I'm going to... Actually, we have a second between that and the next part. Let me put my sword away. Sorry, I forgot. You have to have your sword unequipped. Yeah, there's going to be like a little cutscene, and then essentially we can fight, so I'm going to skip forward. All right, so if you walk to that tree, it starts the boss. But first, I wanted to just upgrade our skills if you are able to. So you should have a couple probably left over. If not, it's not the end of the world. You'll be fine. But just if you have extra skill points, put it into / and just level that up as far as you can. I don't have enough to get it to the next one, but you'll get at least one probably on that. The boss himself has an ability that you can learn by observing him. It's the Swift Stab. Try your best to observe it. If you don't get it, it's fine, but you have to observe it 2 times. And the first one's kind of easy because he does it automatically, but the second one is really hard to pull off in the boss, which is why it's like, try, but don't feel like you need to. It's also, if you want, you can make a save right now on the game. That way, if you die and you wasted a whole bunch of health items, you could load that save back up and just try again. So that's something you can think about doing, because now that we're getting to the more difficult bosses, you might want to start saving resources. So that's kind of everything I want to go over. And as far as the items, like I said, you have the Palmer pills and you have the golden one, but I wouldn't use the golden. But I have 7 Palmer pills, so I mean, you'll have something, I'm assuming, similar to that. But ultimately, yeah, now just make sure you've got your soup on. If you run out of soups, then use like grilled meat or whatever else that is good in your inventory. It's also a good idea to increase your stamina with some item if you want. So I'm going to choose to do that. So you can use that. That'll just give us a nice stamina boost. And yeah, we'll be good. Oh, we have a little visitor. Get out of here, raccoon. I'm going to kill a devil. Now this fight, the parry skill is ideal. Or using parry. And if you can break him, then you can punish him and basically kill him immediately. If you're struggling with this, then just dodge over and over and block whenever you have to. And then after he teleports and he finishes his combo, he sheaths his sword and he like kneels on the ground, and you'll be able to get a few cheap shots that way. So if you're struggling to fight him normally and block his attacks, then just wait for those opportunities. But there's several phases to this.
Mother and father, that lech fucked his way across the country, and I was all he had to show for.
I'll do my best to like kind of narrate what I'm doing, but I do have to really focus on this. We're strong, but we're not that strong. So just try to roll as rapidly and then lock onto him as soon as you're able to. So I'm just waiting for him. Block. See how he sheaths his sword right there? Get like 2 or 3 hits, let your stamina recharge here. And if you can time the parries, then that's ideal. See how I'm getting the perfect, and you can see his yellow bar on the top just skyrocketing. See, I'm almost there. If you ever lose lock on, that's fine. Okay, so I broke him. So now whenever you break him, just go crazy. Use your spinning skills, your stab skills as much as you can. And see, I just got like a ton of health off of him. Just keep an eye on your health bar as well. You don't want to get too focused on the boss and then forget to heal. So it is a pretty aggro fight. But if you're struggling, after that attack, you saw he bends the knee and he'll go on the ground. That's your opening for like casual, I would say, like if you're not good at the parrying and all that. Right there. Get shit on. Alright, so that's phase 1. It's a little bit easier. And now he's going to spawn clones, and there's going to be scarecrows around the field, and you have to break the scarecrows. So there we go. And you can lock onto them once you get close. Just be aggro on it. Don't worry too much about the minions. Just try to get out of there as fast as you can. Dude, let me run. Okay, you can also use your keen senses to knock everybody back. Okay, can I hit? Or... It's not letting me... I'm getting like constantly stun locked, which is the annoying part. Yeah, it's being brutal on me right now. It's like my stamina won't recharge because I keep getting hit. Dude. I would use the light attacks on the scarecrows. So that was that skill. And if you open our skill tree, we haven't learned it yet. Unfortunately, I didn't get to observe it the full length. So I don't know if I'm actually going to get it or not, but hopefully you can try to get it. But it's when he does like that weird, like he'll stand back and do the like dash attack at you. I'm trying to bait it if I can. Just watch for those arrows.
Whenever despair sunk its claws into you.
There we go. We got it. So you have to do it twice. Just kind of stand in place and let it observe. And then you'll have it. And now we can just fight him like normal. Same as the first phase. Just watch out for this attack right here. Be ready to heal through this. Because if you get hit once, then it tends to be relentless. So if you can get really good at the parries, this boss will be a lot easier. Oh. Damn it. So I'm almost broken his posture. There we go. All right, now punish him. Oh no, I got killed. He hit me. I tried to block it perfect and I messed up. So at this point, I'm on the final phase, so I don't mind using a couple Palmer pills to get through it. Just be ready to move the second you're up. Dude, let me stand. Okay, that's frustrating. I'm trying to heal up. Oh, man. Yeah, that was unfortunate for me. When I got stood up after the Palmer pill, he immediately hit me with his ult. So I just immediately lost health. Oh, dude, this is really frustrating. What I need to do, if you're having trouble like me, what you need to do is swap your health item to your best item, because it's just going to start auto picking stuff. But it's hard to get back into the fight. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, great. Fantastic. He's almost dead, though. There, I finally got it. I've been struggling to get that timing down. But there we go. So what was that, like 3 Palmer pills and our soups, essentially? It's not horrible. It could be a lot better, but once you go down once, it's hard to recover, and that's kind of what happened to me. Was I ended up having a few unfortunate revives. But that's why we have our Palmer pills. That's why we pick them up throughout the world. But I wouldn't waste them until you're confident that you understand his attacks, because then you're just wasting them. But that's where having a save file right before the boss is really nice. Because like now, if you feel confident, you could reload that save, beat him again, and have a lot more resources. So I'll try to remind everybody on the save files before like tough bosses and stuff. But we believed in God, so now we've purged the devil. We resisted his temptations, and now he's going to fly away in a speck of dust. All right. So a pretty tough fight there, I would say. And now, if you look up there, we have an item while we're over here. So you can kind of launch yourself up with the double jump, basically. It's like you can catapult yourself up, if you remember that skill. The music in this area sounds like The Last of Us, especially The Last of Us 2. That song right there. I don't know if it picks up on the recording as well, but... All right, pick up the Abyss Crescent. There we go. That's another secret spot. And now what we want to do is you'll have 2 more skills. So in that boss, hopefully you picked up the Swift Stab. If not, then I'm sorry. You'll have to actually buy it. Or you can reload your save and try again. But what we want to do is put our remaining skill points, if you're able to, and upgrade this skill right here so that it's maxed out. So now we have this one maxed out. If you are lacking in skill points, that's fine. Just at some point, once you get stuff, you can put it towards that. You're welcome to go just slaughter bandits until you do that. But yeah, that's where it's at. And then with keen senses and / maxed out, now what we can do is get Nature's Echo, and if you see, it creates an illusion. So every time you attack with it, like, you basically get a clone that does a follow-up attack. It's a really good skill for the spirit abilities. So yeah, there's that. You'll also notice that we have another skill tree for Damien, or Damiana T. Damiane. I don't know how to say her name, but she has a skill tree now. So that's a whole nother thing that we can be working on as well. But I'm trying to get us the base skill set for our character here, Cliff. But with all that done, now teleport back to camp. And we'll wrap up our chapter here. We got to go check on Andrew and see if he survived the fight. Even though we did like 99% of it, he did get stabbed in the gut, remember? Andrew, you alive? How's my guy?
Naira.
Oh, you're back.
Don't say it like that.
Nonsense and ran off.
She's like,
It's nothing.
oh,
He had worse
it's
hunting.
you.
Andrew, don't strain
I
yourself.
don't like that tension.
Focus on healing.
Oh, I'll be fine. But stay put. Push yourself.
Dwayne, keep an eye.
All right.
That's why we date Damiana and not Naira.
Have you spoken with Marius?
Yeah. Everyone's eager for a chance to sit down
She's
with
probably really
Marius.
excited to
He
see
seems
us.
quite troubled. I don't know.
Maybe I'll invite her to my house.
You should go ask him.
You'll be fine. Go on.
Like, there's not even enough beds for them. They just have to sleep on the floor or somewhere.
Expecting you.
Poor Marius is out here just resting against his crutch.
Why?
Meanwhile, I've got like a 4-bedroom mansion over there across the hill.
Our informants are doing their best, but we could always use more eyes and ears.
That's a sound plan, Marius. I'll...
Fuck me!
Let's get drunk, boys. We killed the devil.
Yann! Oh, fuck off! What's with your leg?
Oh,
Maybe I just wanted your attention.
we are now 5 for 5 on leg questions.
Those blistered ass! If I catch that cook... Marius! I'll make that fur-cloaked fuck crawl
Sorry, I
out
just wanted to
fast.
hear that insult. That's a crazy insult. We've had a lot of wild names this chapter.
Fear them again. You know what? I'll hang every one of those bare bastards.
First, why don't you...
I'm sober enough. Come on.
Let's get
remedy that,
drunk.
Marius.
We're almost at the stopping point here. So yeah, now we're drunk. Whoopsie daisies.
Everyone's out there.
You can talk to Marius right here, just since it's right beside us.
Excellent.
This will set up our next
Some people
part of the
have been asking
quest.
around about us, so I did some digging. I've made a list of the ones who might be Greymanes themselves. Here, do you reckon you could look into them? See what you can find?
Sure.
Marius and I will continue to gather information on our comrades.
We mustn't be passive in this. We should extend our search.
Agreed.
All right. So the rest of the quest, it's almost over, but I'm going to pick that up in our next chapter. So for now, I'm just going to go home and rest up. I wonder, I've never actually tried this. I was curious. Well, I was curious if it'll reach at, no, not yet. All right. That'd have been really convenient. So now if you want those cooking oils that are over there in that pasture by the chest that we got earlier, if you want to move all those supplies over here, that's fine too. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to take a nice long rest and see you guys in chapter 7. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.